How are you all doing? I think it's been a little bit since I came live. I just attempted doing a live stream, both between YouTube and Facebook, but I really didn't like what the streaming service. However, words. I can't human words. I didn't like what I was using. It was Restream, I think it was, and it was free, which is also why it wasn't necessarily the best. Hi, Teresa. How are you? Um, so it was also free, which is why it wasn't the greatest. But my friend suggested another one, which I'm going to look into when I do have the money for that. So that being said, now I'm live on here and just on here, and I just figured that I wanted to. I'm like, do I make a video time this out? No, if I can, if I want to, I'll just talk about it here like I have in the title. Okay, so I just wanted to talk about a dream that I had. It wasn't actually a dream, it was an experience last night, and just share that with you guys because it was really interesting and significant with what is happening and where we're headed. And then just possibly do answer some questions if you guys have any questions, do some free readings if there's anyone that's asking stuff. So I I I I was okay. So basically, I'm just going to preface by saying if you don't remember dreaming, it's not that you don't dream or you didn't dream. It's because we remember what we need to remember because we would focus so much on like what we've done in the astral or when our avatars are asleep. So we only remember what we need to remember because we got to get stuff done in this. We can't focus on that all the time. Um, so that being said, I had some intense dreams last night. Intense, vivid, interesting dreams. The one, long story short, I was walking with some three old friends that I used to be friends with from elementary school, high school. And we were talking about all about the dream that we all happened to have that was all basically the same. And we were all kind of confused. So I stopped and I channeled for a second. And I was just like, oh, you guys, we were working some shit out between us. And they were just like, oh, okay. And then the one friend who was kind of hesitant with me, then she came to me and she was just like, okay, so like, let's talk now that she knew that we had worked some stuff out. And then she was ready to willing to talk. And we sat down together and she told me she was pregnant, which I know it was a metaphor for rebirth. And then what's really funny is when I went on my Instagram, and the very first thing I see at the top of my Instagram is a picture of the three of them from my one friend's account. And like, I don't really talk to them very much. The one friend, she reaches out once in a while, but the others, we've distanced ourselves. I haven't talked to them in quite a few years. And there was a picture of the three of them. I was like, that's really funny. So it was a symbol of rebirth. The other dream that I had, it was with Eric, Archangel Uriel, and myself, but that was just a moment for him and I, and it was just very special. So that's all that needs to be said about that. But what I did really want to talk about is this part of the dream, which I feel like might have led to those, because I know those were like very much in the astral. This part, though, this is what I was really wanting to share with you guys. So I was in this room and we were lecturing the collective, which is more like reprogramming the collective. And we were explaining how, well, I was sitting there watching them talk about it, but I knew I was part of the demonstration. So I was watching them talk about them, spirit, energy, that I don't have specifics as to who it was, but they were explaining how the look of the death process is changing. Very much how I've talked about. We're meeting up with our loved ones. Death is not real, and how we view death and the death process absolutely is changing. We're just going to be able to exit our avatars and be in our energy form. There's going to be no illusion of loss and separation, and that's very much what this was. So we were saying, the look of the death process is changing, and this is what it's going to start looking like. And so they someone was laid down on like an altar, and the spirit team, they just hovered their hands above them. It was a bunch of green energy, which is healing. Archangel Raphael, Robin Williams, Archangel of Healing and Travel, green, a lot of green energy, which would make sense, healing. And they were pulled out of, you could see that their energy, them being pulled, they were pulled out of their avatar. And it was like their avatar was like, you didn't even focus on the avatar anymore, and they were just right there. There was no illusion of death or separation, the fact that they were gone in any way. It was really cool. And then it was my turn. So I knew like I was showing everyone how this was going to work, and I wanted to experience it myself. And it was also to meet up with Eric and go further into the astral. So I laid down on this altar, this table, and my spirit team, they hovered their hands above me, and I was like, okay, here we go. And I braced myself a little bit, but it was very much, it was very almost, it was more natural feeling than the last time I was, I had a similar experience where this was about maybe Eric, maybe about 2 years ago, a year or two ago, where I'm standing in like this, I'm dreaming, I'm standing in this dark tunnel, and it's like the walls are just colors swirling of like dark blues and purples, and it's dark. I didn't feel scared, but it was dark, and there was this white bar on the ground, and all I could see was feet standing beside me. I'm pretty sure it was Yeshua that was there, and I could just see feet standing beside me, and they stood on the bar, and they disintegrated in a bunch of particles and sucked into the bar of light. And I knew then it was my turn to go, and so I stood and I braced myself, and I was like, this is going to feel fucking weird and trippy, and I stood on the bar of light, and I disintegrated into like thousands of energy particles, and I was sucked into the bar of light. And then I entered into this other tunnel, and I reformed, but this time I was my higher self. I wasn't my avatar, and I reformed. And then now I was in another tunnel, and it was swirling colors, but this time it was magentas, pinks, purples, and it was like a brighter color. It was really pretty. So this time, the going from being pulled out of my avatar, I braced myself for a little bit of a weird feeling, but it was so slight, and it just felt so natural. And all of a sudden I was just pulled out, and then all of a sudden I could see my avatar in front of me. All I could see, I was just focused on my avatar. And in that, now I knew it was my avatar I was looking at, but when I woke up, it took me a little bit to realize it was my avatar I was looking at, because it was featureless. It was featureless, and there was no attachment to it. And so I saw my avatar. So I was pulled out of it, and then I looked at I was looking at my avatar, and I watched it decompose. But it didn't scare me. It wasn't grotesque. There was no attachment to it. It was really, really cool. It was really cool. So, and then I started being pulled. It felt like a magnet. I was being like a magnet pulling me. I was still like kind of like, so at this point I'm laying on my back I'm in my energy form, like laying on my back, and so I'm being pulled like in the direction of my feet, and I'm like looking for the light, but then I see this big tall gold statue, and it almost looked like similar to like an Oscars, like an Oscar award, and it would make sense though, because when I've had dreams and visuals of my welcome home party, it very much looks and feels like an Oscar event, which would make sense because it's so big, and it's even more beyond than that. And then like my friend also pointed out when I explained this to her, this is also like a representation of like my higher self, and then especially because watching the metaphor of leaving my insecurities and my attachments of my avatar behind within this, that was a huge metaphor as well. So that all makes sense. So I was pulled in to this tall gold human looking statue, and inside it wasn't attached to a wall or anything, but inside it was like this, it looked like a back passageway in like a medieval castle, like, behind tapestries and like bookshelves, there's like those hidden passageways. It looked like that inside. And it didn't scare me. It was just like, okay, where is this leading me to? And I was with Eric, Archangel Uriel, and it was a portal into going into another aspect of the astral. And it was just really, really, really cool. And especially just after everything that I've gone through the past few days, past week, it's been a big struggle. I've been in under, it's illusion, and I recognize that, I make my reality, but I admit I struggle with it just like you guys do. And I've been in a lot of mental distress the past week. I've had a friend on the phone with me almost all day every day for the past few days, just so I'm not alone. It's been really difficult, but then I got to have that experience, and it was really, really cool, and it led me to also having a very special moment with Eric. And I appreciate that more than I can say, because yeah. So, that being said, I know I'm kind of feeling silly. about going live and talking about this, because I'm just like, what's the point? What was the point of me going live? There's no one watching me. Well, I mean, not no one. Teresa's here, which I very much appreciate. Thank you, Teresa. So not to anyway dismiss the fact that you're here. But I'm just like, okay, I'm live. There's no one really here watching. And I just finished the story and now I don't really know what to say and I feel stupid. I'm still, like I said, I still cling to illusion. I'm just like, okay, it's one of these points where I'm just like, I was in this mode earlier with a friend. I'm like, I feel like I'm a little kid that just went up to their parent with their stuff down and be like, here, look at this. And they're just like, cool. Okay, go on now. And I'm just like, yeah, I shouldn't have gone live and said anything. Sorry. Thanks, Teresa. I appreciate that. I'm trying not to. I don't know. It's difficult when I come live and then there's no one here. Not no one, not to dismiss you, but like it's it's so much easier for me and I get into such a better flow when I've got people there and we're like talking and there's big back and forths going on, and I need to be okay with just this. And again, it's not to dismiss you in any way whatsoever. I've got my little hang-ups and I'm like, okay, I'm not doing well if this is happening and I'm doing well if this is happening, and it's all illusion that I'm working on letting go, but it's yeah. But that being said, Teresa, before I end this, I'm going to pull some cards for you just because you're here. And why not? I may as well. And thank you to you for sitting here listening to that. I'm probably going to delete this. I'm probably going to delete this after I finish it just because I'm probably just going to make a video talking about it and upload it like I was feeling the urge to do. I should have just done that. But that being said, so I'm going to pull some cards for you, Teresa. So just as a preface, I'm probably going to delete this. So I'll go a little slow if you want to just make any notes, if you're wanting to remember anything, just because I don't want you coming back and like being like, I'm excited to watch it, and then all of a sudden it's gone, because I know how disheartening that can be. So I just want to give you the warning. I'm probably going to delete this video, but that being said, I'm going to pull cards for you right now and just see what message Spirit has for you. And then you can, if you want, like grab, I grabbed some cards here, if you want to grab a notepad or paper, or even if you've got your phone and you want to sit and record this on your phone and then you can save it for yourself or whatever, feel free to do that. So what I'm actually having the urge to do, Teresa, is ask which archangels want to step up and say something to you. It can be, and that's just it. I know that is part of putting all the work in and no one showing up. I know that's part of, first of all, it's part of illusion that we're breaking. And then on top of it, I also recognize it's training. This is an example of, hey, just because not no one, you're here, but not just because a whole bunch of people aren't here watching doesn't mean this isn't important. It doesn't mean I should stop. It doesn't mean I'm doing bad. It is what it is. And what's meant to happen is what's meant to happen. And maybe what's meant to be, it's just supposed to be you and me right now. Right now it's just supposed to be you and me. Not maybe, it is. Right now it's supposed to be just you and me, and I need to recognize that. It's just my own shit starts to spin in my head. I'm like, I'm not doing good enough. I'm fucking up and blah, 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 blah. So that being said, I'm asking which archangels would like to step forward and give a message and talk with Teresa today. Give a message to Teresa that's going to benefit her in her highest good. What archangels are with Teresa today and want to talk with her? Hello. She pops out a lot lately. Oh, hello. Okay, if there's anyone else, I'm going to do one more shuffle through. If there's anyone else that wants to say anything, make themselves known, talk to her. Okay, I had a feeling no. All right, so. Okay, so Teresa, you've got... Sorry, I just want to get the page before I actually start reading it. Okay, so the first one, she pops out so often, which would make sense considering where we're all at as a collective right now and what we're bringing online, so it makes sense. Archangel Christine. So, accept the Christ light, act with wisdom and loving compassion. So she's a twin flame of Archangel Jophiel and carries the divine feminine light of wisdom with loving compassion. This beautiful golden archangel holds and radiates the Christ light. When your crown chakra becomes fifth dimensional, she places a ball of cosmic wisdom into it, infusing the 1,000 petals with light and attracting beautiful energies to you. She's helping those who are on the ascension path to proceed with wisdom and also to help others onto their path. Let's see here. Together, her and Jophi are beginning to release some of the wisdom held in the land. Okay, no, that doesn't matter. So, your guidance is to open up to Archangel Christine and allow her to fill you with Christ light as well as wisdom. Know that from the moment you invoke her, she starts to pour unconditional love and golden wisdom into you. She helps you experience everyone and everything from an enlightened perspective. Sorry, I told you I was going to go slow. I apologize. I feel like I'm going fast. In case you're wanting to take notes, I told us I was going to go slow. Now I'm going fast, I feel like. So know that from the moment you invoke her, she starts to pour unconditional love and golden wisdom into you. She helps you experience everyone and everything from an enlightened perspective. Take a moment to feel her energy flowing into your mind and then consciously beam the light you have received to others. Archangel Christine calls on you to approach every person you meet today with wisdom and loving compassion. Notice how they respond to you. In addition, treat situations around you with sagacity. To the exact extent that you exude wisdom and loving compassion, Archangel Christine will help your life to transform. There you go. So that's the first one that popped out here for you. Right now, you're my biggest fan. It's so true, right? Right now, you are my biggest fan. I love you. You're great. Okay, and then the next one here. So the second one that popped out, because you've got two that popped out. So the second one is... I actually think this is possibly... Oh no, I've pulled him before. Archangel Zariel. Archangel Zariel. They laugh at me. Oh, they find it so funny. They find it so funny with some of their names being like, this name isn't too bad, but some of these names like Lord Vivivizzle, like they laugh their butts off. I'm like, I swear to God, they pick their names like purpose. Some of them pick their names so complicated just to watch us like try and struggle pronouncing them. They find it so funny. I know they will love watching me freaking struggle trying to say their names. They find it hilarious. So anyway, so Archangel Zariel, he is blue, violet, and gold. He's blue, violet, and gold. He is in charge of the dog kingdom, whether they are domestic pets, wolves, foxes, jackals. You've never heard of these? Oh, really, eh? Yeah, I really, really like this deck. I haven't heard a lot of these either, and yeah, I really, really like this deck. It's cool. So he's in charge of the dog kingdom, whether they are domestic pets, wolves, foxes, jackals, or wild dogs. All canines originate from Sirius and carry the Christ light. Archangel Zariel is helping them. I'm going to call him Archangel Z. He's helping them to keep their hearts open and spread love everywhere they go, including into the earth itself. He also guides them to understand the importance of family structure and to bring love into it. He teaches that spiritual discipline and true obedience not only keep them safe, but also enable them to walk their path through life with joy. Oh, my nose. When you love your dog, when you love your dog, admire a wolf, or marvel at the ingenuity of foxes, you are connecting through them to Archangel Z. The Christ light then bonds you all in a web of love as the canines learn about giving and receiving love, service to humans or the planet, independence, obedience, resourcefulness, or courage. Archangel Zariel passes these qualities through links into your heart. Yeah. Find it funny to laugh with you. Well, thank you. We're and that's just if we can laugh, we should. So I'm glad I'm able to help you laugh. So the guidance with that card, I'll hold it up again. Sorry. The guidance with this card, the message of this card is to give and receive love. Give and receive love. It also reminds you of the importance of family life. If you are distant from your immediate relatives, it calls on you to examine the situation and reconnect at a higher level through the Christ light. You are asked to keep your heart open and hopeful. If you have close, loving bonds with your family, it recommends you find ways to deepen the links with pure, unconditional love. This card also suggests that you adhere to spiritual law, for this is the pathway to power with wisdom, joy, blessings, happiness, and love. And as I'm reading that, I'm getting spiritual law as in truth, the truth. Which is, love, peace, unity, oneness. We're breaking illusions. So those are the two that wanted to pop out. And so what I'm also going to do is I'm getting the urge to also pull from, which one? This one? Getting the urge to pull from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. You have 6 dogs, that fits you. Oh my god, that's so funny. There you go. Then I was meant to read that to you. I'm actually getting an urge to pull from my Work Your Light Oracle deck and from the Mermaids, Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck. So, guys, do not make this super long. Okay. All right. So, what message do you guys have that's going to benefit Teresa in her highest good in this now? Yeah, dude, you were just set up for a private session today, apparently. So there you go. This was just meant for you, girl. Because people just aren't staying and saying anything. So this is just meant for you. That's cool. That's funny. But I mean, again, though, like you've donated me money, if I'm not mistaken. I think that you're one of the people that donated me money. And like, it's not that like, you know, we do things and like, and you know, if we don't do something, it's not going to work. And if we do something, we are going to receive. But it is, I do also know like what we give out comes back to us. And I mean, even if you had donated me money, there's a good reason why you're getting this today. And it's you've also allowed this opening to happen for you, you know, so just thank you. Oh, that's funny. And actually, the card that just popped out, you're already doing it. Stop overthinking, keep facing truth. Martha said, just like you opened yourself up to it, you're already doing it. Exactly. So that's cool. Cool. Okay, and then I'm asking for a message through this deck as well. I'm getting the urge to pull from this one too. All right, and again, what message do you guys have that's going to benefit Teresa and her highest good in this now? Please and thank you. I had a feeling you were wanting to pull out a third one there. Okay. All right, so with the Work Your Light Oracle, like I said, you got the You're Already Doing It, which lands under the confirmation cards section, which is kind of funny. So, yeah, so here we go. So you're already doing it. So stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. Do not question things so much. You're on the right track. You're facing the right way. Stop overthinking. It's happening and you're closer than you think. You're exactly where you need to be and things are moving at the perfect speed. Do not rush it. Now is not the time to be impatient. Now is the time to walk steady. There is no rush. What are you building? What you are building is being built. What you have planted soon will blossom. With every new day, new brick is being laid. You've come a long way. The foundations are steady. Now all that is needed for you is to trust and keep walking forward. If a thought that things should be moving faster enters your head, that is just your ego comparing your rising to someone else. Comparison is not your friend. Stay in your lane, water your own garden, knowing that your time to bloom will come soon. And then the Work Your Light, you're already doing it. Just keep on going. Keep on going, girl. And then the second one, you got 2 that popped out of that. So, it's just going to take me a second to find it. Yeah, see, I had a feeling. I'm not seeing it. Where are you? Just give me a second. Sorry. Okay, seriously, why am I not seeing it? This is ridiculous. Oh my god. Give me a second. Unless it's... No, this is the right deck. Okay, so where is it? Grr. Oh, it's the first one. It's the first one under the confirmation cards. I didn't realize this was the confirmation card as well. That's funny. It's the first one in the confirmation cards. So this one is also a confirmation card, and it's the ever unfolding rose. So cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. So the challenge of life is to keep your heart open when you most want to close it, to let life crack you open, to open through hurt and loss, to allow what is falling away to fall away. Being human is a courageous act. A life well lived is full of losses and tragedies as much as triumphs and adventures. Excuse me. Wherever you find yourself at the moment, life is coaxing you to keep your heart open, no matter how much it hurts, to continually unfold, to let life crack you open. Perhaps you're going through a difficult time right now. Instead of cursing the difficulty, see it as a blessing to open yourself up to truth that perhaps, as hard as it may be, life is happening for you, not to you. And one day, in the not too distant future, you may just bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open because the world needs you open. Actually, I'm thanking you as well for this message. Sorry, I'm picking up my nose. I'm thanking you as well for this message because I literally just said this week several times. I even said it today. I feel broken. I feel so broken. I am broken. So thank you, because I know I needed this message as well. So thank you for that. Now is the time to go gently. And one day not too distant, you may be just blessed thing that broke you down and cracked you open because the world needs you open. Now is the time to go gently, to treat yourself like a tender, sweet baby, to wrap yourself in a blanket and trust that the mother has you cradled in her arms. This makes me want to cry. The seas may not all be smooth sailing, but you are safe and you are held, and that's just it. I'm very much being told we're still going to have possible illusion of struggles to deal with because we're still clinging to illusion. It hasn't fully melted away yet. But the thing is, we're being held through it, and we're going to be assisted, and we're being given everything to help us get through it. So even if it hurts emotionally, we don't need to struggle anymore. We'll have the people to support us. We'll be brought the tools that we need to get through it. We're not in that moment anymore. We have to struggle to get through things anymore. Even we don't have to struggle to even get through the struggle anymore. As much as it hurts and as much as it can be difficult, we'll have the tools, and we're not alone. We're not in the illusion of alone anymore trying to get through it. Okay, so one day not too far from today, you'll look back at the transformation and be blown away by the poetry of life. Everything is going to be okay. And the work your light, everything is going to be okay. Let it crack you open. Okay, and then you got 3 from the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck. So this first one, okay, I'm going to get into I'll look at the comments here in a second. Sorry, Teresa. I'll respond properly to these. I'll just read through this. So, consult an expert. So, more information is needed. Contact someone with expertise in this area. So, you're venturing into an area where other people could assist you by offering you new ideas and information, as well as the benefit of their experience. To attract the right expert to help you, affirm a helpful, knowledgeable, experienced person with integrity is in my life right now, and this individual will help me with, and then describe the situation you'd like assistance with. This person comes to me easily and naturally without delay. So when this person appears, know that it's divinely orchestrated. Don't hesitate or feel guilty about asking for help. Instead, take notes and give thanks to the person and to heaven. Remember, it's not a sign of weakness to ask for help. Many of Earth's most wonderful inventions came from team efforts. By working with informed individuals, you also develop the healthy habit of consulting with your celestial guides more consistently. And then you got, hang on, let me pull it up here. That flipped right to it. Protection. So you, your loved ones, and your possessions are safe and protected by heaven. Exactly, we're safe. We're safe. Your prayers, which ask for safety and protection, have been heard and answered. Any attacks or threats are now a thing of the past, washed away with the tide of heavenly love. That's just it. We're breaking illusion of pain and attack as well, and you've got yourself to that point where you are melting that away as well. This love is clearing away your insecurities so that you can feel totally secure. When you ask heaven to watch over you, your loved ones, your home, your possessions, your prayers are instantly answered because you're allowing that online, so it instantly happens, right? There's no hesitation or delay on heaven's part. It's done as soon as you ask, because as soon as you give that opening, they're in more than joy to help you. That's helping you help yourself and bringing that online. Your energies can now be directed in meaningful and creative ways with your mind clear of worries. Enjoy your day, because that's just it. The thing is, we are always safe and protected no matter what. But again, we're still clinging to illusion. And this is just showing you're bringing that online, the fact that you always were and that it's there, and you're allowing the help in. So, and then last but definitely not least, the final one here. This is actually really funny because I had a big conversation. I'm rereading Celestine Prophecy. I'd only got about halfway through when I first read it. And I'm rereading it, and I read a chunk of the first chapter with my friend, and it was talking about the coincidences, synchronicities. So that's really funny because you got synchronicity. So synchronicity, your prayers and questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. So, as a result of all your prayers and manifestation work, you're now attracting synchronistic events. Those chance meetings, information that you just happen to receive, and other synchronicities are really answered prayers. Really, you bringing it online for yourself. By drawing this card, heaven calls your attention to the synchronicity and serendipity happening in your life. The more you notice these magical events, the more they'll occur for you. Even better, write them down in a journal as a way to stimulate more synchronicity in your life. You may already know that there are no coincidental or accidental occurrences. This card reflects your recent focus on positive thoughts which are being directed toward your desires. Like a magical energy beam that can influence physical objects, your optimism and faith are reshaping your life into a masterpiece that reflects your higher self. So there you go, Teresa. That is your reading for the day. All right, I'm just going to go back up and take a look at the comments here because I know I've missed some. Okay, so... you have 6 dogs. That fits you. You're distancing from family. So I'm so on target. Oh, really? Oh, no way. That's really interesting. That's really interesting that you really, and then it brought up about the family stuff. That's really cool. Funny, you started watching something else and it was so glitching. I saw you say, that's, oh my God, you were watching something then and it was glitching and then I came on. That is cool. Yeah, you were meant to come on here and that was that reading. You were meant to come on here and you were supposed to get this reading today. Absolutely. You really connect me. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate hearing that. That's really cool. You feel broken to childhood trauma. Yeah, my heart's with you. I'm where, and again, trauma and all that's illusion, but we're healing it and then we're breaking it. And oops, sorry, fingers, hands. Same with me. A lot of illusion of past childhood trauma and whatnot. And then just stuff that I've been going through recently and stuff. It's been difficult. So my heart's with you. I'm feeling very broken, but again, that's how the cracks or how the light gets through being broken, like in Kanto, house completely breaks apart, but then ding, exactly. Thank you. Blank slate in order to build up. I'm your expert. I love you. I wouldn't call myself an expert, but I try and help as best as I can. So, all right. So, hello, Tim Wood. How are you? Okay. So, can you restore inanimate objects using not your mind, using law of attraction? You have an old pull down ceiling light where the glass shade under it got broke. Can you restore it using your consciousness? Okay. Using law of attraction, not using your mind, using law of attraction. Okay. Can you restore it using your consciousness? Oh, that's a big question. See, that is where, so just as a preface, I absolutely was not planning on keeping this video. I was gonna delete it. So if just make notes if you're wanting to remember. If I say anything and you're wanting to remember, just make notes because I'm probably not going to keep this. I feel weird about the beginning of it, so I'm probably going to delete it. Again, Teresa, if you're wanting to go back and make any notes about what I had already said to you, now would probably be the time to do it before I end this and delete it. I just want to make sure I give you a preface before I end in case you want to go back and make any notes. So that being said, okay, I need to reread what you're saying there, Tim. It's my brain. I need to apologize as well with where I'm at. My brain. I just keep saying lately, I just can't human. I can't human. I'm having more and more of a disconnect on understanding certain things because I know that there's going to be a balancing. You're so welcome, Teresa. I know there's a balancing and whatnot, but it really is. There's this whole aspect of it. I can feel it. There's certain people in my life. Sorry, Tim, I'm going to get to your question in a second. There's certain people in my life. When I'm out in the sun, I can see my skin is starting to sparkle more and more. But the person that I was with, they can't see it sparkling. But then that hit me. I'm like, it's because we're in 2 different realities, but we're interacting together. Just like our spirit teams, they're in a different reality than us, but we're interacting together and we're meeting up with them. Our realities are merging together. So it's really kind of cool. So that being said, my ability to speak is breaking down because telepathy is coming online, but I also know that will balance out because we're going to get to a space where we won't need to speak out loud, but when we interact with those who haven't quite got there yet, then we'll still be able to use spoken word. We will use those tools as it's needed, but at the same time telepathy is coming online and we will get to a point where we don't even need, there's not even a mind back and forth. There's no back and forth. You just know. You just know what the other person's thinking and feeling. You literally have no back and forth conversation. It's not needed. It's really cool. So that being said, my words are awkward and I get a disconnect sometimes with certain words and questions, and it might take me a little bit for me to register. So, okay, so Tim's asking, can I restore inanimate objects using not but your mind, not your mind, but using law of attraction. You have an old pull down ceiling light where the glass shade under it got broke. Can you restore it using your consciousness? Okay, Eric Archangel Uriel, he's pointing out everything. All of this is illusion. He's pointing out all of it's illusion. None of it's real. The only truth is love, peace, innocence. And so he's pointing out that experience of this experience that you're navigating through of the lamp being broken. I'm really seeing and feeling how it's illusion. It's part of a video game. It's not real. And so he's wiggling his eyebrows. Okay. This is what I get nervous, because this is where I also, like I said, I still struggle with this stuff too. And so my mind goes, because I'm like, for one example, I'm like, I know I can fly, but then I'm like, oh, that's too fantastical. Can I actually fly? Yes, I can fucking fly. So is there ever every possibility where you can jump yourself into a timeline where that lamp isn't broken, which would be a law of attraction manifesting? That all that concept is also starting to switch around, and more truth is coming out. It's not law of attraction where we're bringing things to us and manifesting where we're making things appear in front of us. It's what's already there, and we are opening ourselves up to being able to see it, indulge in it, be within it. So with that, can you jump into a reality where that lamp isn't broken? I'm hearing, I just heard, yeah, okay, Eric, because I went to say it without even thinking, abso-fucking-lutely. That's clear, Eric, abso-fucking-lutely. Chantal is going, oh, that seems like too much. That seems too fantastical. But we only limit ourselves. We limit ourselves, like, because I've asked Eric, why is it when I'm in astral, all I need to do, even if I can't see him, I just go, I call his name and I just go, I know he's here, and I just need to wait a minute, and I'm going to see him. And then he appears. It's no issue. Within this, it should be the exact same thing. Eric, and just be like, okay, just wait a minute, and I can see him. And I can feel him, and actually, it's actually getting more weird to not see him than to see him, because, like, he's so solid right now. Even right now, I'm like, well, why can't I see you? Because he's so solid physically, like that. I can feel, like, when someone's standing beside you and you can feel that they're there, and, like, when you look that way, you're going to see them. That's what I'm feeling right now. So when I look, I'm like, well, why can't I see you? But the thing is, so it's like, it should be as simple as Eric, and then just be like, okay, I know he's here, just give it a minute, and he's going to show up. But we limit ourselves in this. This is a reality simulation where we've been limiting ourselves, and we're breaking that. So my whole thing of him jumping into a reality where it's not broken, everything, that seems like it's too much. But that, again, is me limiting. It's putting limits on what we can do. This reality is beyond bendable, and the things that I'm starting to experience and whatnot, it is more than obvious that what's out here is not real at all. It's like, and there is this white fog that I'm noticing more and more. I'm sitting here walking around, and there's a white fog, and I'm like, this is what I'm actually in, and then whatever I'm thinking is forming around me as I'm thinking it, which is why it's beyond crucial we learn to control this and balance our emotions. It's really cool. Okay, so let's see here. I was so not planning on keeping this up, but I might have to. There's people asking questions. Let's see here. Hi, Angela. How are you? You love a message today? All right, so let's see here. Let's see. Robin just came forward too. Eric and Robin are both coming forward. Oh, they're kissing you at your cheeks. Eric. It's endearing. Whoa, hi. Who is that? Hi, I'm feeling hi. Someone is playing with my hand, my fingertips. Hi. I think it's Robin. Robin is playing with my fingertips. All of a sudden I felt I can feel something. Hi, I love you. Okay, so it's because he also knows I got a little stressed out there. Okay, so Angela, I just heard Eric go, hey, bitch. And then I want to censor him because I'm just like, can you not start getting in the mode of calling people bitches again? But it's just, it's endearing, and it's love, and it's breaking, because he knows I'm insecure about saying that. So he's trying to help me break past that illusion that there's something wrong with it. It's very endearing. It's very much, hey, bitch, love you. It's very much like that. Eric. And then Robin's playing with my fingertips, which, okay. Which I'm guessing I'm also feeling the link with him doing that with you too. Yeah, Robin's really strong with this. Eric, okay, so what I'm seeing is Eric is kind of in the background. Eric's in the background and Robin's very forward and very much in like play, play. He's here, play. He's saying he loves you. Oh, he's hugging you. He loves you. Um, I'm really feeling like he's wanting you. Oh, what is strong feeling? Okay, he's holding you. He's hugging you. I can feel his energy. Yeah, his energy is like enveloping me from the front right now. I can my hands. His energy's right here. Hi. Yeah, okay, now he's holding my hands. I'm feeling his energy going up my arms and down my back. Hi. I love you. Yeah, so he's very much okay. So he's with you. So everything that he's doing with me, I'm drooling. It's a reflection of what he's doing with you also. He's there with you. He's holding your hands. Very much, I feel like very much he wants you to watch Mrs. Doubtfire and then possibly Hook. But I really feel like Mrs. Doubtfire. And then I'm also getting a flash of Flubber. Okay, I think he wants you to do a Robin binge night of Robin movies. But I'm seeing Mrs. Doubtfire very strongly. So, and he's just saying he loves you, he's with you, and he's here. And then Eric's just in the background being silly, just making himself known, but also being like, I'm just kind of in the background. This is your time with Robin. So, yeah, Robin wants you to hang out with him. So, let's see here. I really light up when Eric and Robin are around. They're my guys. Eric is my number one main husband. Him and I are way beyond soulmates and twin flames. I don't fully understand it. We have played like every role together and we have had a connection every single life, which I actually found out I've had just human lives alone, 330,000. 330,000 only human lives alone. So that's great. I'm done. That's why I said I'm not coming back. I'm done. I didn't have to do this. I have no personal karma. Personal karma worked off, done. Universal karma we all run under, but I've worked my ass off. 330,000 human lives alone. Human lives alone. I've also been fae, all galactic. Like I've been dolphin, horse, everything. So it's yeah. Anyway, yeah, Eric is my main number one husband and Robin is very close. Robin is also, we played husband and wife, mother, child, husband, father, partner, business partner, teacher. Like he's played these two, and then they've teased me recently because I said to them through my friend or whatever, like, and mentor, I was like, like both of them are exactly what I'm attracted to in a person. Everything about them, everything, I'm in love with everything about both of them. I've always have been. Like as the moment I found out about Eric, and even as a baby, like I remember Robin being on Sesame Street. The first time I saw him was on Sesame Street when I was 4 years old, and I was immediately in love with him. And then it got weird because I'm just like, I also really looked at him as a father figure, and I really wanted him as like a dad, but then I was also very much in love with him. But it makes sense because he has played my dad, and he's also been my husband, and this is where it all gets swirled around and stuff, right? But we all play all roles with each other. And yeah, those two. And so they've teased me about that. They've said thirst trap. Like they're my personal thirst trap. The both of them, they're my personal thirst trap. Absolutely. But yeah, they're tickling my foot. No. And tickling my foot. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to keep this up. I didn't want to, but I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to keep this up. Damn it. I was going to delete it, but I can't. I don't think I can now. So yeah, I really love them. Sorry. Anyway, I just made that a bunch about me. But yeah, they do. They make me glow. I love them. Okay, so let me just scroll up here. I know I've missed some stuff. Okay, does Archangel Uriel have a message for you? Right away, so what's up, bro? What's up? Now Eric's going all, dude, what's up? Now he's going all, dude, like, okay, Eric. I just knocked the Celestine prophecy over. Okay. Open it. Ding. I'm just seeing. Okay. So he had me open up. Oh. Okay, so he had me open up to the Celestine prophecy. I just knocked it over. I'm reading it. He had me open up to a page, and he wants me to read something for you, Brayden. I don't know if this is going to resonate. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But engaging the flow. I was just going to say I'm just going to go with the flow of what I'm getting the urge to do, and then they had me look at the title of it and go engage the flow. Engaging the flow. So that's really funny. So I'm supposed to read this to you. So on the one side where I first looked at it, it was something about they're talking about the soldiers were still amongst themselves, seeming oblivious to our movements. I hid for a while with some priests. Then I left to find Will and was captured since they found me on the ridge. So I don't know if there's going to be anything that resonates with you for that, but then I got the urge to look on the page beside it, and this is what really like got my attention, because they go, what else does the seventh insight say about dreams? And they just had me look at 4453 and then 5556, 3456. Yeah, anyway. And then it says here, Pablo told me that dreams come to tell us something about our lives that we are missing. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. There. That's that. That's it. So, okay. So something about dreams. I don't know if there's something with soldiers and hiding. There's something about that they wanted me to read. I'm getting a feeling that's something for you to figure out. I'm kind of feeling like it's maybe parallel past life stuff, because all timelines are merging into one and we're healing. So if that's resonating in some way, okay, dreams. I don't know if you have dreams of anything that might sound like it's related to that kind of stuff, or metaphors in your dreams that might be something along that line. But I'm hearing pay attention to your dreams, lessons, healing. You got this. And then Eric's going back and dude, I'm fucking here. He's just playing very much like, oh my God. And then I just not, yeah. And then the experiment, I mean, I know it's because I'm leaning like this, but I don't ever do that. And the fact that I'm leaning like this and I happen to have books up here, like there's something to be said about that. And Eric is very much in the space of chill. He's your brother. He's here with you. I'm just hearing him say like, lean on me, dude. Lean on me. I'm here. I got your back. I got you. So that's what I'm getting. I hope that resonates. Let me know. I hope that resonates. I just got to trust with what I'm saying. So what I'm getting. So, let's see here. I really let up on the Eric Robert. Yeah, I do. Okay. Christina. Hi, Chantal. What do you think you can do to get over your fear of connecting with spirit? Even Eric, who you feel, but not on a direct level. Okay. So, how can you get over your fear of connecting with spirit? Okay, so I love Eric so much. Sorry. I'm just overwhelmed with my love for him. I love him so much. And he knows I fucking love this. I am waiting for this to be able to see in person. Maybe through someone else channeling him, but I know I will see him standing here in front of me as Eric. He's going to be that solid. And I am waiting because this is what he's doing right now. He's standing in front of you and he just went, and he's like, come on. And pulling you, like saying, come on in for a hug. God, I just love him so fucking much. And his energy is just so, so tender and so gentle and so loving. And I can hear the song that we're all singing. It's like this, ah, I'm not even going to try, but it's a constant like ah in different like tones that we're all singing together. I can see and feel and hear that it's heaven's home's golden white light and just pouring, radiating off him, Reiki, like healing energy pouring off of him. So he just wants me to give that to you, just that reassurance of he's here whenever you're ready. He's welcoming you in. He's pulling you into his chest and saying, like he does this with me as well, pulling you onto his chest when you're ready. He's here. He's here. He's safe. Okay, what can you do to get help with your fear? Remembering, okay, for me, I'm gonna go with my experiences, okay? For me, I remember before I hit my awakening and I started accepting energy only plays as we allow it to, and I started, accepting we create our reality. I remember I would feel energies come around me and I would feel scared. My blood would run cold. My heart would drop, I would feel scared. I'd get shaky. Um, and now when stuff happens, I'm like, oh, hi, family. So remembering we all share the same consciousness, that they are also literally a part of you and you are part of them, that the separation between you guys is literally just illusion. Um, Remembering that it's so much love, and that's why we're so scared at the end of it, because it is the love. We are so scared of the love and facing our own greatness. So just remember it's all love. And Eric's presenting with like stuffed animals, and he's like, this is what I'm bringing to you, this is what we're all bringing to you. He said this to me before too, like he's showing knives and shit, knives and weapons, and he's like, this is what you've been thinking this whole time we're bringing. But he's like, this, and he's like showing me like stuffed animals, he's like, this is what we're bringing. um so okay, what I would personally suggest is pick someone you do feel somewhat comfortable with. So if you have loved ones that have transitioned home that you feel safe with, and if you do if you do feel safe with Eric and Robin, I do suggest working with Eric, Archangel Uriel, and Robin Williams, Archangel Raphael. They're very, very, very tender, very, very, very loving. Eric can get blunt, and Eric doesn't take bullshit. Eric will push. At the same time, Eric will not traumatize. He's not here to traumatize. He's not here to scare. He's not here to hurt. He's here to help. Help you help yourself. And he knows how to work with you. Eric started off, depending on the channeler and the filter and the thing is, the more I was hard on myself, he would also sometimes come off as a bit more blunt and harsh. But I also can see now to navigate through where it's my own fears and ego and illusion kicking in. Eric very much will work on your level as well. He will push you, and he won't bullshit you, and he will be blunt. But at the same time, he's tender and he's gentle and he's so loving and he's so caring, and he works on your level and what works with you. He's not going to traumatize you. Same with Robin. Robin is so tender and so loving and so gentle. And oh my God, they're so funny. They are so funny, and that's just it, the humor. So if you want to, I would even suggest start off with just watching Robin movies, but like gentle Robin movies, like RV. RV is a really good gentle movie where not anything really stressful happens. So like sticking with the lighter ones, RV, Mrs. Doubtfire, Flubber, Old Dogs, what's that one where he drives around with Billy Crystal? That one's funny. Go stick with the lighter Robin movies. Even Robin's stand-up. Watch Robin's, you can find his stand-up for free on YouTube. Watch some of Robin's stand-up, but just watch Robin's stuff. Let yourself feel his energy, and just sit with that while you're watching his stuff, and just let yourself feel the laughter and the love, because when you're watching his stuff and you're feeling that laughter and that happiness, you're connecting with him and his energy. I'm asking them for any more specific advice for you. Oh, doing thought and energy work on it. Yeah. So, accepting the fact that you have these fears, let yourself feel it. If you start feeling scared, let yourself feel scared. You can't resist it, because it's going to be pushed out in some way or the other, whether you have an explosion yourself or your subconscious kicks in and forces it in the external, and then it comes at you that way. So you have to face it. So let yourself feel it and embrace it, and, let the wave pass through you. And when you're ready, do thought and energy work. Turn to whoever on your team, turn to Yeshua, God, source. You can even just picture, if you're too scared to picture anyone on your team, just picture heaven and home's white light, and talk to just the universe. If it's too intimidating to focus in on a certain spirit, focus on the universe, or God, source, and just tell them all your thoughts and feelings and say, I have these fears, and then picture an object in your hand. For me, it's always a dark ball of energy. And put the intention of, this is what I just talked about, and feel, and then throw it up into source. And that dissolves into light. Now it can wiggle in and insert truth. So I hope that helps. I know I'm trying to get better at not giving super long channelings and explanations, but at the same time, I don't want to censor and restrict. And if I feel like I need to say all this, then I need to say it. So hopefully that helps. And then if you you know, we're always safe and protected, but if you're within that illusion of feeling like you need to call in for shielding and protection, go ahead and do that. I do it still too. As much as I know energy can only play as we allow it to, I still cling to illusion, and I'll have my moments where I ask for shield, but I say, I call upon Eric, Archangel Uriel, I call upon Robin Williams, Archangel Raphael, I call upon all the archangels, all of positive light, Yeshua, God, Source, please shield me and protect me from whatever. I will say that once in a while because I sometimes need that. So that can help too as well. And, you know, if it's too intimidating to do this stuff in the dark, keep the lights on. You know, do it out in nature. But just try and feel the love and the humor, and, you know, work with those energies that, you know, are very light and very loving. And, if, you know, so, and, you know, and ones that you feel connected with. So loved ones of yours that transitioned home that you feel connected with, or like I said, if you're wanting to work with Eric and Robin, like I do highly suggest to work with them to start off with as well, because they're amazing. So, let me know your thoughts on that, if that helps at all. Yeah. So let's see here. Okay, so Tim, thank you. Can Eric contact the higher self of Ray Browning for YouTube? Okay, I'm going to scroll through the other questions first. Because I think I might want to probably wrap this up because I'm going on an hour and I want to see what other people are saying here. I might, but I'll get back to you possibly. Just give me a second. So Angela's saying, I was just talking with my team, including Robin, about how important play is in your life and asking for oh, no way. You're asking for hugs. Thank you for the message of validation. Oh, that is so cool, Angela. That is so cool. No way. Really? No wonder why he was playing so hard. I'm telling you, he was right here, and his fingers were just like going like this with mine, and he was just like, and then he grabbed onto both my hands and he was hugging me, and he was like, yeah, that's really cool. Oh my God, that is so cool. Thank you so much for saying that. That is so cool. And that helps me boost my confidence in what I'm doing too, like getting that confirmation. So thank you. And you're very welcome. That's kind of how you met Archangel Uriel, Braden. That's cool. And you're very welcome. You have seen him completely solid. Have you? I have seen him. I've seen him twice once he was standing in front of me. I was freaking peeing on the toilet. My very first time I got to see Eric, I'm peeing on the toilet. And I happen to look up and he's standing right in front of me. Black jeans, white hoodie, his hat on, and he's just smiling, looking down at me, smiling so big. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? The first time I get to see Eric, I'm fucking toilet. And then the second time I won't get into detail as to why my back was so sore. It's not that anything is bad or inappropriate. It just it doesn't need to be talked about. But regardless, I was laying down on my stomach. My back was extremely sore, and my arm was hanging outside, and I felt something move under my arm, and I thought it was my friend's cat till I realized her cats had her parents. And I opened my eyes and I could see Eric crouched in front of me, smiling up at me, and I knew he was holding my hand. It was his hand. I was feeling his arm moving under mine. So I've seen him twice. I know other people have seen him more, and I'm just like, why can't I see you? I want to see you like other people get to see you. But it's because I want it so bad, but I'm working on letting it go. Like I said, I'm seeing more of it's like heat waves. I'm seeing heat waves, which I know is him. And then, like I said, it's the feeling physically. I'm sitting here and I'm just like, I'm talking and I'll be like, and I look and I go to, and I expect to see him. And I'm like, whoa, why can't I see you? Why can't I see you? I should be able to see you because he's that solid. So we're getting there. It's just taking some process to do it. So, okay, Christina, thank you for that reminder. The stuffed animals is such a warm image. It's really sweet. I love when he does that. He actually, I don't have it with, I do. I don't want to get up though in front of, I'm insecure standing up in front of the camera because of what I'm wearing. I've got my big bear. I'm like, can I reach over without, I've got all my cards out. I don't know how I can reach. I'm like, I'm so insecure right now. I know I shouldn't care, but I'm totally insecure. Hang on. I'm like, how much did I just show off of my freaking body? I'm like, I should just show off my body. Why not? I should not care. Speaking of my dream, the dream that I had earlier, I talked about at the beginning of this, the dream that I had last night, very big about detachment of my body. I'm like, I'm insecure about my body. Anyway, this bear sitting right here, this was a gift from Eric that I got through my dad. There's a huge thing about a fair, different stuff about fairs and stuff, but yeah, I got this from Eric through my dad when I was a kid, and now I know it was from Eric, but it happened, I won it, my dad happened to be there, there's a whole story to it, but I know now that was a gift. Long story short, it was one of those things, you put $1 on a number and they roll the dice. If it lands on the dollar, you win a prize. In my entire life, I've been doing this. I just didn't realize I had a loonie and I had the urge to, I think it might have been the number 3 actually. I can't remember though. I had the urge to put my loonie on a number, and my dad goes, they just called that number. The chances of them calling again is like slim to none. You'll want to pick another number. So I did. And what happened? They rolled it and they called the number I originally picked, and my dad felt so bad. He felt so bad because I would have won if he hadn't told me to move my coin. And so he gave me another $1 and he's like, try it again. So I felt the urge to pick a certain number and I put it on. I just, again, the energy pull, and I was just like, okay, this number. And they rolled it. I won my fucking bear. I won my bear. Oh, did you see what I just did? I didn't even mean to do that. Just kissed me. I don't mean to do that. So yeah, so Eric and stuffed animals is definitely a thing. So yeah, he's handing you a bunch of stuffed. Oh my God, I'm drooling. He's handing you a bunch of stuffed animals too. Okay, so yeah, guys, I'm gonna have to wrap this up soon. Okay, so Jessica, hi Jessica, how are you? Are there any messages for you currently? You've watched Channeling with Michael Jackson's favorite. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, do you guys have any messages for Jessica? Ding. Did you hear that ding? And also, as I was getting Eric's wiggling his eyebrows. He's feeling playful and flirty. He just grabbed your hands and he's like jumping in a circle. He's actually, okay, it felt a little flirty at first, but now it's like he's just being silly. He's just being so silly. He just grabbed your hands and he's like jumping you around in a circle. He's just jumping you around in a circle. I just heard play again with you too. This time, oh, it's funny, they've switched. Eric is in the forefront and Robin's now in the background. Robin just coming back on, play. Okay, so Eric, what are you saying? He's saying, I'm here, baby. He's like, I'm here, baby. And he's like, no, really, dude. Dang, yes, he's going, no, really, dude, I'm here. He's saying, play with me. I'm kind of getting the feeling, now, if I'm wrong, I apologize, but again, I just got to go with what I'm getting. I'm kind of getting the feeling you might be going through a little bit, at least even if it's not super strong, a little bit of a struggle lately. I'm really, go with it. I'm really getting the feeling that you're going through some sort of struggle. Even if it's not super strong, you're going through something. And Eric's just wanting me to give you the reassurance. He's here. He's with you. He's guiding you through it. He's holding your hand through it. Keep surrendering stuff to him. He's got your back. Him and your team, they got your back. And Robin's jumping up in the background. I'm here too. So yeah, he's here, he's playing with you and he's helping you out. So, okay. I love you too, Irene. Christine, everything you said was very resonant. Oh, did it? Good. I'm glad. Thank you so much. Okay. Who's in your spirit team? Do you have their names? Do you have any messages from? Spirit team stuff is so difficult. It's so difficult. Okay, I'm gonna answer this question, and then I'm probably gonna end it. I'm just gonna preface. It is very. The only one of the things that makes me feel not super bad about this and not completely judge myself is knowing that I'm not the, oh, you're so very welcome, Jessica. Oh, it is? Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you. Really, I'm not glad to hear that you're struggling, but I'm glad to hear that it like resonates and that there's something in it for you. So, but, I do know when it comes to getting the names of spirit guides, I do know other mediums struggle with that. For me, what I'm getting is a big part of that. It's like a family reunion for me. When I found out who's on my spirit team, it's very much been aha moments. All of a sudden they're in front of me. I all of a sudden realize who's there. I'm like, oh my God, you're part of my team. And it very much is like a reunion, and it's very special. And so it's there. I feel like that's one reason why we get a little blocked, because they really want you to have your one-on-one moment when you meet with them. You know, you can also ask to tell them that, because a lot of times people meet them in the astral in your dreams, like not astral, in the astral in your dreams. So what you can do also, say you want to meet your team and you want to remember meeting them, and oftentimes I've also heard it'll be you'll meet one night, and then another night you'll meet another. It's not necessarily going to be a big group setting. A lot of my team did come in pairs. Eric and Robin came in together. Heath Ledger and Patrick Swayze, they came in together. Chester Bennington and Kurt Cobain, they came in together. Andre the Giant came in alone. Aaron Hernandez came in alone. Matthew came in alone. Marilyn came in. She came in kind of forefront, alone, but also along, but she was more forefront. She came in, and then they were soon right kind of along with her and after her. Now I know that I wouldn't necessarily call them a main part of my spirit team, but I know that they pop in often. She came in with Judy Garland, Audrey Hepburn, and then extending off of that, there's also Elvis, and then John F. Kennedy, and then that goes into then also Princess Diana. So that kind of group all came in along after that. So a lot of times they'll come in individually and in pairs, sometimes in groups. But it very much is like a family reunion, and it's very, very, very special. So that being said, I'm going to tune in. Right away, I'm hearing the word George. I just heard the name George. I don't know if that resonates to you, but I just heard the name George as one. But what I can do for you, what I can also do here is pull up nope, that's not it. Just bear with me here. Okay, so what I can do is I can also pull up, okay, I just got hit with grandparents. Oh yeah, but that's so standard. I feel bad though, because that's so standard. Grandparents, aunts, uncles. Can you give me anything more specific? Okay. I don't know if this resonates, but I heard Cherry or Sherry, and now I'm hearing the song Sherry. You know that Sherry, Sherry baby. Sorry, I'm not actually going to attempt to try singing. I'm not even attempting to sing, so just ignore that. But that Sherry baby song, so I'm hearing that playing in my head. So there's something about a Sherry or a cherry. And then I also have my Archangel deck, so I'm going to ask what Archangels are willing to step up right now and say who's on there, who of the Archangels are on your team that are willing to let you know right now. One just popped out. Robin and Eric are absolutely, Robin, Archangel Raphael, and Eric, Archangel Uriel, they are part of your team. Absolutely. They're like with everyone, but yes, but they are part of your team, especially if you're interacting with me. Not that I'm the only one, but I just know people who interact with me, they also have them on their team as well. I'm not specific. I'm not special. There's other people as well, but just focusing in on this right now, if you're working with me, talking with me, we're interacting with each other, you know, we've got similar team members, and I know Eric and Robin are with you as well, so... Yeshua too, of course. All the ascended masters, of course, are part of your team as well. Who else? What other archangels? Thank you. What other archangels would like to step up and let her know who's on her team? Okay, I'm going to do one more shuffle through if there's anyone else that wants to step up to let her know who's on her team. There was one more. Okay. I wasn't sure if there's going to be one more or not. 3. We got 3 here. So, oh, that's funny. I actually just had his twin flame was pulled earlier. That's funny. So the first one here is, sorry, just give me a second here. So the first one here, Archangel Jophiel is part of your team. So he's the angel of wisdom, appears as a glowing pale yellow light. Responsible for the development of the crown chakra and are currently helping us awaken thousands of crystal facets of our crown. So let's see here. It's a card, card of wisdom, gathering available information, applying it for your highest good. You're being guided to use yours carefully today in a situation or relationship or to help others. Call on him and he'll help you raise your frequency so you can act or advise from a wise perspective. Choosing this card also suggests you're in a position to impart helpful or sacred knowledge. You're being guided to send his angels to situations where they're needed and to receive light codes to accelerate your own ascension. So he is part of your team. You also got Archangel Jeremiel. Oh, I said this earlier. They laugh so hard at me trying to pronounce their names. They find it fucking hilarious. And I go raspberry at them. So Archangel Jeremiel. Learn from your challenges, relax, and trust. So he's the angel of hope who supports your visions and dreams, though not always in the ways you expect. Challenges are means by which we all change and grow. He presents to you with them and helps you to see them from an enlightened perspective. This enables you to clear out old beliefs, ego blocks, and forgive others. So choosing this card suggests it's time to move beyond a stumbling block in your life with hope and courage. Your guidance is to look at your challenges, see them as opportunities for growth, and decide what you have to learn from each. When you've done this, ask him to enfold you in his deep purple amethyst light to transmute your old ego limitations, open up to his inspiration, support, and message of hope. Know that your challenges have been orchestrated for your growth and are an important part of your path. It reminds you that sometimes the quickest way forward is to trust and hand over to the higher realms. And then last but not least, you got Archangel Azrael. So it's time to let go, prepare for a change. So Archangel Azrael is a power, a very high frequency 10th dimensional angel. He's the angel of birth and death, and his angels are present at the birth and death of every single human and animal. So let's see, this card advises you that it's time for transition in your life. One part is ending and another is waiting to take its place. You may need to cut the cords to an aspect of your current life, maybe a person, situation, job, house, or even country. Your guidance is to release old graciously and courageously and prepare for the birth of something expected but unknown. It may be a creative project or a baby, maybe relinquishing an old characteristic, birthing a new aspect of yourself. Know the universe is supporting you with the new, whatever it is. You're receiving healing, inspiration, and love from the angelic realms. Something good is coming into your life. Enjoy it. So those 3 archangels are also on your team. So I don't know if those other names also resonated, but that's what I'm getting for you. So yeah. All right, let's see here. You would love to play more. Oh, you're so very welcome, Angela. You're very welcome, Christine. All right, there we go, you guys. I think I'm going to end it there, as this has been an hour and 10 minutes, and it just hit me. I'm actually a little hungry, and it also just hit me. It's been so quiet here this evening, and I am so thankful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I've been really struggling, guys. I've been in it's illusion, and I know I make my reality, but I struggle. I do not hide that I struggle as well, and I will never hide that fact. I am working along with breaking out just like you guys. I've got my shit too, and I'm also learning how to pull my head out of my ass. And it's been really difficult this past week. I've been in a lot of mental distress, and the fact that it's so quiet and so peaceful, and it's been this way all evening, I am so thankful. And I'm thankful then on top of it for all of you. I'm thankful for you guys. This was great. I wasn't planning on keeping this up. I was going to delete this. And it very much, the beginning of this was very much a session for Teresa. This was a session for you. The beginning of this, that was meant for you. And I'm very, very honored that I got to do that for you, which again, thank you, because I know that you've supported me in various ways as well. So, and then the rest of it was meant for you guys. All things work for us, not against us, and things are work out the way they're supposed to. Like Teresa said, the video she was watching glitched out. This popped up for her, and it was just her and I for a good at least 20 minutes to half an hour. And she got a full reading basically with just the two of us. And it was meant to be that way. And they just had me look at the time at 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 44 seconds. That's funny. So yeah, it's, thank you guys. This was fun. I appreciate it. I'm honored to be able to do this. I know I signed up for it. I know it's a role I'm playing. At the same time, I feel honored and I feel lucky and I feel like it's a gift and I feel very blessed. This is an honor to be able to do this work. So thank you. You guys are gifting me. You guys are gifting me and you guys are teaching me. So thank you very much. I love you all so very much. And just double checking I'm not missing anything. All right. And just as I'm about to end this, my neighbors just got home and I'm hearing banging. I'm telling you guys, we create our reality. I just fucking acknowledge how quiet it is and look what just happened. Training though. Breathe. 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 All right, thanks you guys. I love you all very much. And as always, have a wonderful now. Bye.